Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. The 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250 is here, and it's rewriting the rulebook on what a modern, entry-level cruiser can be. For riders who want the unmistakable throb of a V-twin, the laid-back confidence of a low-slung silhouette, and the urban practicality of a compact displacement, the new Bolt 250 delivers all that with unmistakable Yamaha flair. While it may share a name with its bigger siblings, this 250 cubic centimeters machine isn't just a smaller Bolt, it's a whole new character aimed at a younger generation of riders, learners, and even seasoned bikers looking for a reliable, stylish, and surprisingly torquey city runner. Welcome to the next chapter of urban cruising. This is the Bolt 250 like you've never seen before. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the 2026 Bolt 250 draws you in with its unmistakably cruiser profile, classic teardrop tank, a fat rear tire, chopped fenders, and a low seat height that hugs the chassis. Yamaha's design language here is a careful blend of nostalgia and modernity. While the inspiration clearly comes from traditional American cruisers, the detailing is sharp, modern, and efficient. The blacked-out engine components, machine-cut cooling fins, minimalistic LED lighting, and short, stubby exhaust pipes give it a stealthy and rebellious edge. The matte and gloss dual-tone paint schemes add depth to its aesthetic, and Yamaha offers it in three primary color variants: Raven Black, Deep Maroon, and Urban Gray. Each has subtle pinstriping and badging that reflect the model's identity with just enough flair to turn heads but not overwhelm. Sitting on the Bolt 250 feels right. It's accessible, comfortable, and confidence-inspiring. The seat height is just 690 millimeters, making it a perfect fit for shorter riders or those still building confidence. The foot pegs are mid-mounted, giving a more neutral, upright position compared to full forward cruiser pegs, while the handlebar sweeps back toward the rider just enough to keep posture relaxed. For city traffic, this geometry is ideal. You can flat-foot it at stops, flick it through narrow lanes, and park it in tight spaces without stress. There's enough room for a passenger, though the compact size means it's more comfortable solo. That said, the split seat is cushioned well and designed for shorter commutes. Powering this urban cruiser is a newly developed 249 cubic centimeters air-cooled V-twin engine, tuned for low-end torque and urban responsiveness. This is the heart of the Bolt 250, and it's a beautiful piece of mechanical art. While many bikes in this category opt for parallel twins or single-cylinder setups, Yamaha went the extra mile to give the Bolt that distinctive V-twin character. The engine produces approximately 20.5 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 20 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM. These figures may not break records, but they deliver a smooth, responsive ride that's punchy off the line and surprisingly robust on mid-throttle. The torque delivery is linear, giving you a sense of control and familiarity as soon as you roll on. What's more impressive is the engine sound. Yamaha has spent considerable R&D tuning the exhaust note, and the result is a deep, burbling thump rarely found in quarter-liter motorcycles. It doesn't sound like a 250, it sounds like a cruiser with serious attitude. You'll find yourself blipping the throttle at stops just to enjoy it. For riders new to the cruiser scene, this is a defining trait. The Bolt 250 isn't just about performance, it's about feel, mood, and presence. The Bolt 250 employs a 5-speed gearbox with slick shifts and a light clutch, making it beginner-friendly yet engaging. The gear ratios are well-spaced for city riding, with enough overdrive in fifth to cruise comfortably at 80 to 100 km per hour without the engine screaming. The clutch pull is forgiving, making traffic jams less tedious. Fuel delivery is handled by an updated EFI system, which ensures smooth throttle response and excellent fuel efficiency. Yamaha claims a mileage of around 40 to 45 km/L under real-world conditions, giving it a practical range of over 400 km thanks to its 11-liter tank, perfect for daily commutes and weekend joyrides. The chassis plays a huge role in the Bolt 250's rideability. It features a double cradle steel frame that's rigid enough to inspire confidence but supple enough to soak up city bumps. The front sports 37mm telescopic forks, while the rear gets twin shock absorbers with 5-step preload adjustment. Suspension travel is modest, but more than enough for the kind of riding this bike is meant for. Whether it's potholes or speed breakers, the Bolt handles them without complaint. The bike feels stable and planted, even at higher speeds, and remains nimble in urban settings. braking duties are handled by a 282mm front disc and a 220mm rear disc, backed by dual-channel ABS. The braking feel is progressive and confidence-inspiring, not too sharp to intimidate newer riders, but with enough bite when needed. Yamaha has focused on safety, giving the Bolt reliable stopping power that matches its overall poise. The tires are cruiser-style fat rubbers, with a 100/90-19 up front and 150/80-16 at the rear, adding to its visual bulk while providing ample grip in both wet and dry conditions. Technology and features on the Bolt 250 strike a smart balance. This isn't a tech-loaded bike, but it has what matters. The all-digital instrument cluster is compact but clear, offering readouts for speed, revs, gear position, fuel level, trip meter, and a clock. The switchgear is tactile and well-finished. There's a small USB charging port near the handlebar, and LED lighting is standard across the board: headlight, taillight, and indicators. The LED headlamp is particularly striking with a circular design and a DRL ring, giving it a modern retro vibe at night. There's no Bluetooth or app connectivity, but that's in line with the Bolt's straightforward, analog cruiser philosophy. In terms of performance on the road, the Bolt 250 is as smooth as it is stylish. It accelerates cleanly from 0 to 60 km per hour in just under 5 seconds and tops out around 125 km per hour, more than enough for city highways and occasional open road cruising. It's not built to be a corner carver, but it handles light twisties with grace and stability. The center of gravity is low, which aids in balance and maneuverability, making it forgiving for learners and enjoyable for seasoned riders who just want to cruise without drama. But perhaps the biggest triumph of the Bolt 250 is its character. It doesn't try to pretend to be a performance bike. It doesn't overcomplicate things with unnecessary electronics. It gives you raw, stripped-back cruiser authenticity in a compact, accessible package. It's the kind of bike that encourages a longer route home, that makes you want to ride without a destination, that brings a smile every time you fire up that thumpy V-twin. And that's the magic Yamaha has managed to bottle. The price for the 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250 is expected to be around $4,299 or roughly 3.70 Indian rupees lakh in India, depending on local taxes and import duties. At this price point, it directly competes with offerings like the Honda Rebel 300, Royal Enfield Meteor 350, and the upcoming Bajaj Triumph 250. But the Bolt stands apart with its unique V-twin layout, its unmistakable stance, and Yamaha's bulletproof reliability. For urban riders, weekend cruisers, or those entering the motorcycle world for the first time, the Bolt 250 makes a compelling case. There's something to be said about a motorcycle that doesn't try to do everything, but does what it's made for exceptionally well. The Bolt 250 is a cruiser through and through. It delivers on that timeless promise of freedom on two wheels without the complexity or cost of bigger displacement bikes. With its beautiful design, satisfying engine, solid underpinnings, and everyday usability, it's more than just a beginner bike, it's a real motorcycle, one with soul, rhythm, and identity. It's not just a smaller Bolt, it's a bold new step for accessible cruisers. Thanks for riding along with us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Bolt 250, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Bike Culture Hub for more detailed reviews, breakdowns, and honest impressions of the machines that move us. Ride safe, and we'll see you on the next throttle twist.